Hello everyone. In this lesson, I will solve the ministerial question for lesson 2.2. Question number 4. Use the given graph to answer the question from 4 to 8. f of negative 2. f of negative 2, as you see, from the left goes to negative infinity, from the right goes to infinity, then the right choice is D, undefined. Number 5, limit for the function f of x when x approaches to negative 2 from left. This is negative 2, this is left. When x approaches to negative 2 from left, f of x, as you see, goes to negative infinity. Then the right choice is D, negative infinity. Number 6, limit for f of x when x approaches to negative 2 from right. This is negative 2, this is the right of negative 2. f of x, as you see, goes to positive infinity. Then choice number C is the right choice. f of 0, this is 0. As you see, there is a gap at half, but the function has a value at 0, it is 4. Then the right choice is A. Number 8, limit for f of x when x approaches to 4 from left. This is 4, this is the left. This is the left. When x approaches to 4 from left, we see the function goes to positive infinity. Also from right, the function goes to positive infinity. Then the right choice is D. Question number 9. Use the given graph to answer question 9 to 11. f of 0. As you see, at 0 there is a gap. Then the function, it is undefined at 0. Choice D. Question number 10. Limit for f of x when x approaches to 0. When x approaches to 0 from right, f of x goes to 0, and from left also f of x goes to 0. Then the limit is 0. Choice B. Number 11, limit for f of x when x approaches to 4 from right. This is 4, this is the right of 4. When x approaches to 4 from right, as you see, the function approach to 4. The y-coordinate of this point. Then the right choice is A. Use the given graph to answer question 12 to 14. Find limit for f of x when x approaches to negative 2 from left. This is negative 2, this is left of negative 2. f of x, as you see, goes to negative infinity. Choice A. Number 13, f of 2. This is 2, this is f of 2. As you see, there is a gap at 2, then the function is undefined. Question number 14. Which is false of these four statements? F is discontinuous at x equal t, x equal 2. As you see, at 2 there is a gap. Then the function is not defined at 2, and therefore it is not continuous. This function, this statement is true. f of 0 is 2. f of 0 is 2. It's also true. The vertical asymptote for f is x equal negative 2. As you see, the function has vertical asymptote at negative 2. Also, this statement is true. The limit of f of x when x approaches to 2 not exist. As you see, this is 2. From right, the function goes to half from left, also the function goes to the same value half, then this statement is wrong. The right choice is D. Question number 14 to 17, use this graph to answer them. F of negative 1. F of negative 1, this is negative 1. F of negative 1, it is negative 2. It is not 0 because there is a gap here. Then the choice A. Number 16, limit f of x when x approach to 0. When x approach to 0 from left is 0, from right also is 0. Then the right choice is B. Question number 17, limit for f of x when x approach to negative 1 from left. This is negative 1, this is left, the function goes to 0. The right choice is B. When x approach to negative 1 from right, it is negative 2. Question number 18 to 20, use this graph to answer it. Limit f of x when x approach to 1. This is 1. From right, f of x approach to 1. From left, f of x also approach to 1. Then the right choice is 1. Question number 19, f of 1. As you see, at 1, we have a gap here and I have a point here. Then f of 1 is the y-coordinate of this point, 1, 2. Then the right choice is B. Limit f of x when x approach to 0 from right. This is 0, this is the right of 0. When x approach to 0 from right, f of x approach to also 0, then the right choice is D. Use the given graph to answer question 21 to 23. Limit for f of x when x approach to 3 from right. This is the right of the 3. When x approach to 3 from right, f of x goes to negative infinity. Choice C. Limit f of x when x approach to 3. When x approach to 3 from right, f of x goes to negative infinity. From left, x goes to positive infinity. Then the limit is undefined. Limit f of x when x approach to 4. This is 4. When x approach to 4 from right, the function is negative 1. From left is also negative 1. Then the right choice is negative 1. Question number 24. Use the given graph to answer these 4 questions. Limit for f of x when x approach to 2 from left. This is 2. This is the left of 2. When x approach to 2 from left, f of x goes to 1. The y-coordinate of this point. Then the right choice is C. Limit f of x when x approach to negative 2. This is negative 2. When the question asks to find the limit when x approach to a point in general, not from left or right, you should find it from left and right. If the limit equal, then limit exists. If the limit is not equal, then the limit not exists. As you see, from left, f of x go to 1, and from right, also f of x goes to 1, then the limit when x approach to negative 2 for f of x is 1. The coordinate, the y-coordinate of this point. Question number 26. Limit f of x when x approach to 0. This is 0 when x approach to 0. From right 3, from left also 3, then the right choice is 3. The y coordinate of this point when x is 0. Question number 27, f of negative 2. This is negative 2. Here I have a gap, but here I have a point. It is negative 2 by 3. Then f of negative 2 is 3. Use the given graph to answer question 28 to 30. 28, f of negative 2. f of negative 2, this is negative 2. Here I have a gap. Here I have a point. Its coordinate negative 2, 1. Then f of negative 2 is 1. Choice C. Limit for f of x when x approach to negative 2 from left. This is negative 2. This is the left of negative 2. When x approach to negative 2, as you see, f of x approach to 0. Choice C. Limit for f of x when x approach to negative 2. In general, negative 2 in general, I should find the limit from right and left. We said from left, it is 0. But from right, when x approach to negative 2, it is 1. Then the limit is not exist. Question number 31 to 34. Use this graph to answer them. f of 3. This is 3. Here I have a gap. Here I have a point. The coordinate of this point is 3 by 2. Then f of 3 is 2. The right choice is D. 32. Limit f of x when x approach to negative 2 from right. This is negative 2. This is the right of negative 2. As you see, the function goes to positive infinity. Choice A. Question number 33. Which is false? Which statement is false for f of x? Limit f of x when x approach to 0 from right not equal to limit f of x when x approach to 0 from left. This is 0. When x approach to 0 from right is 2. From left, as you see, is 1. Then this statement is true. It is not equal. f of 2 is 1. F of 2 is negative 1. This is 2. This is negative 1. When x equal to, f of x is negative 1. This point is negative 1. Then this statement is also true. f of x continuous at x equal 2. This is 2. As you see, when x equal 2, the function is undefined, then it is not continuous. So this statement is false. Limit f of x exists when x approach to 2. This is 2. From the right is 3. From the left is also 3. Then the limit exists. A, B, and D are true. The only C is wrong. Then the right choice is C. Use the given graph to answer questions 35 to 37. f of 6. f of 6, I have a gap. Then it is undefined. Limit f of x when x approach to 4. This is 4. When x approach to 4 from right, f of x is 3. The y coordinate of this point. When x approach to 4 from left, f of x is also approach to 3. Then the right choice is 3. Question number 37. Limit f of x when x approach to 1 from right. This is 1. This is right. f of x approach to 0, the coordinate of this y coordinate of this point. Then the right choice is A. I forget 34, f of 0, as you see, when x is 0, here I have a gap, here I have 2, then the right choice is 2. Question number 38. Use the given graph to answer the questions from 38 to 40. Find limit f of x when x approach to -1 from right. This is -1. This is the right of -1. When x approach to -1 from right, f of x go to positive infinity. Choice A. Limit f of x when x approach to 0. When x approach to 0 from right, f of x goes to 1. From left, also f of x goes to 1. Then the limit is 1. Question number 40, f of -1. As you see, at -1, there is a vertical asymptote and the function is undefined. Choice D. Use the given graph to answer these two questions. Limit f of x when x approach to 3 from right. This is the 3. This is the right of 3. From the right, f of x goes to -3. Choice B. f of 3. f of 3, as you see here, we have a gap, but the function defined here, the coordinate of this point is 3, -2. Then f of 3 is -2. Choice C. Use the given graph to answer question from 34 to from 43 to 46. Limit f of x when x approach to 3 from left. This is the 3. This is the left of 3. f of x approach to this point. The coordinate of this point is 3 by 2. Then the right choice is 2. f of -1, this is -1, and the function is undefined since we have a gap here, then the right choice is undefined. Limit f of x when x approach to 0. When x approach to 0, this is 0. From right, f of x goes to this point. The coordinate of this point is 0, -1. From left, also, f of x goes to this point. Then the right choice is -1, the coordinate of this point. f of 0, as you see here, we have a gap, but the function defined here, when x is 0, y is 1. The coordinate is this point, 0, 1. Use this graph to answer question 47 to 51. Limit f of x when x approach to 2 from right. This is 2. This is the right of 2. When x approach to 2, f of x approach to this point. The coordinate of this point are 2, 0. Then the right choice is 0. f of 2, this is 2. Here we have a gap, and here we have a gap, but the function defined here, the coordinate of this point are 2, 1. Then the right choice is 1. f of 0, this is 0. f of 0, here we have a gap, but here the function defined, then -1 is f of 0. Question number 50, limit f of x when x approach to -2. Let us see, this is -2. From right, f of x goes to this point, -2 by 3. From left, Also, if of x goes to this point, negative 2 by 3, then the right choice is 3. Limit f of x when x approach to 0. When x approach to 0, from right, f of x goes to negative 2. From left, f of x goes to negative 1. Then the right choice is not exist since the limit from left not equal to the limit from right. Question number 52 to 57, use this graph to answer it. Limit f of x when x approach to 0. When x approach to 0, we see f of x approach to 1 from right. From left, it is not in the domain of the function, then the limit is 1. The right choice is B. Limit f of x when x approach to 2. When x approach to 2 from right, the graph goes to this point. This point coordinates are 2, 1. Then from right is 1. From left also the function goes to this point, then 1 is the right choice. Limit f of x when x approach to 3. When x approach to 3 from right, f of x goes to this point, the coordinates are 3, 2. Then the limit is 2. From left also the function goes to this point, then 2 is the right choice. F of 0, this is 0, f of 0 is 1. F of 1, as you see, we have a gap, then, we have a gap here, but we have the point here, the function is defined here, then 1 is the right choice. F of 3, this is 3, f of 3 is 2. Then the right choice is D. Use this graph to answer questions 58 to 64. Limit f of x when x approach to 0 from left. This is 0, this is the left of 0. When x approach to 0, f of x approach to this point, the original point, 0, 0. Then the right choice is A. Limit f of x when x approach to 4. This is 4. When x approach to 4 from right, the function goes to this point. This coordinate of this point are 4, 3. Then is from right, the limit is 3. From left, also the function goes to this point. Then 3 is the right choice. Limit f of x when x approach to negative 4. This is negative 4. From right, the function goes to this point, negative 4 by 2. From left, f of x also goes to this point, negative 4, 2. Then the right choice is 2, choice D. F of 0. F of 0, this is 0. We have a gap here, but the function defined here, 5. Then f of 0 is 5. Limit f of x when x approach to negative 2. This is negative 2. From right, the function undefined. From left, also the function undefined goes to negative infinity without bound, then not exist. The limit not exist. F of negative 4. This is negative 4. We have a gap here, but the function defined here, negative 4 is 0. F of negative 2. F of negative 2, the limit not exist, but the function defined here at this point, the coordinates are -2 by -2. The right choice is D. Question number 65. Use this graph to answer 65 and 66. Limit f of x when x approach to 1 from left. This is 1. This is the left of 1. When x approach to 1 from left, we see f of x go to this point. The coordinates of these points are 1, -1. Then the limit is -1. Choice B. Limit f of x when x approach to 3. In general, this is a 3. I see from right and from left. From the right, f of x go to this point. The coordinates are 3, 1, and from left also goes to this point. Then the limit is 1. Question number 67. Use this graph to find the right choice. A. Limit f of x when x approach to 1 is 4. This is 1. From the right, the limit is 4. But from the left, the limit is 3, as we see. Then this choice is wrong. B. Limit f of x when x approach to 1 from the right is 4. From right is 4. It's true. Limit f of x when x approach to 4 from left is 3. This is 4. This is the left of 4. The function goes to 3. Also is true. F of 1 is 3. This is 1. This is f of 1. We have a gap here. It is not a 3. It is 4. So this choice is also wrong. Choice C. Limit f of x when x approach to 3 from right is 3. This is 3. This is the right of 3. When x approach to 3 from right, the limit is 3. True. Limit f of x when x approach to 1 from left is -1. This is 1. This is the left of 1. When x approach to 1 from left, f of x goes to 3, not to -1. So this choice is also wrong. Choice D. Limit f of x when x approach to 3 is 3. When x approaches 3 from right, f of x goes to this point. The coordinate of these points are 3, 3. So it is true. Limit f of x when x approaches to 1 from right is 4. This is 1. This is the right of 1. The function goes to 4. When x approaches to 1 from right, it is true. F of 0, 1. This is 0. This is f of 0, 1. Also is true. The right choice is D. Question number 68. Use this graph to answer this question. Limit f of x when x approach to -1 from left. This is -1. This is the left of -1. When x approach to -1 from left, f of x goes to this point. The coordinate is -1 by 0. The right choice is 0. A. Question number 69. Use this graph to answer this question. Limit f of x when x approach to 1 from right. This is 1. This is the right of 1. When x approach to 1, we see the function goes to 4. Then the right choice is C. Question number 17. The last question in this set. Which of the following graphs satisfy this condition? F of 2 undefined. Limit f of x when x approach to -2 from left 0. Limit f of x when x approach to 2 from right 3. Limit f of x when x approach to 0, 2. Let us check A. F of 2 undefined. This is 2. F of 2 is defined. F of 2 is 3. Then this graph is wrong. Let us check B. F of 2 undefined. This is 2. F of 2 is undefined. It is true. Limit f of x when x approach to negative 2 from left. Negative 2 from left. F of x goes to negative 2. F of x goes to 0 also is true. Limit f of x when x approach to 2 is 3. When x approach to 2 from right is 2, from left is 4. This condition is not satisfied for this graph, then this is also wrong. Choice C, f of 2 undefined. It is true. We have a gap at 2. Limit f of x when x approach to negative 2 from left and from right is 0, then also is true. Limit f of x when x approach to 2 from right is 3. It is also true. Limit f of x when x approach to 0 is 2. When x approach to 0 from right and from left is true, then this graph is right choice. But let us check D. F of 2 is undefined, is it true? Limit f of x when x approach to negative 2 from left is 0, is also true. F of x goes to 0 when x goes to negative 2 from left. Limit f of x when x approach to 2 from right, it is 4. It is not 3. So this choice is wrong. The right choice is C. See you next lesson.